What question? What are you doing?
Trying to trap some cats.
Okay. All right. We got a call that somebody was out here feeding the cats and stuff like that. So
I'm trying to trap them.
Okay. You have your driver's license with you, man?
Y'all have 3 cop cars because I'm feeding cats.
No, we always do this. It's
That's
fine.
unbelievable.
Yeah, and the city does not want anybody feeding the animals around here because they're becoming a nuisance.
I'm trying to help that nuisance by catching them. I mean, they should be thanking me. I've got a trap set right there trying to help catch them and get them out of here.
What are we doing?
For 939.
Stopping to see if I was okay.
Could you 10-9, you're 1028.
Delta Victor 57701. Well, man, we told you to leave this area.
Well, 1028 returns to Beverly Roberts.
We're teetering on going to jail.
Created Camry gray in color. Current 29 negative.
I'm teetering on going to jail for feeding cats.
Well, for trespassing, we told you to leave and you haven't left.
This is turning into a disaster. A couple of ladies were out in Alabama feeding cats, as we saw the cops. This is back in June, but the body cam evidence is out now. Mary Alston, who's 61 years old, stayed with her friend Beverly Roberts, who's 85 years old. They were feeding cats, looking to trap them, to get them spayed and neutered so that this cat problem that the cop did point out there can maybe be brought into a little bit of control. They told them, get the hell out of here, took off, came back, as you saw, and they're still there. How dare these violent criminals do such a thing? So you know what you do with them is you arrest them. Watch.
Step up here for me. Okay.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm not gonna listen to me. Listen. Hold on, where are you going?
I'm gonna give her my car keys so she can get my car.
Hey, it's gonna get ugly if you don't stop.
Okay.
Can I please say one thing?
Okay, now you just got another charge.
Can I say this thing?
Get out. Get out. I'm tired. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Help him.
I got hurt real bad.
Can I get my car off?
No, ma'am. You just threw those keys at an officer. You are not getting anything. Ma'am, stop. Come on now. You're 84-year-old. You are way too old to be acting like this. Come on now. Until you started acting like that.
I'm sorry, I can't get in.
You think they could put her in a car that she could fit in? She doesn't look like she's a very large person. So details of what happened really fast before we open this up now. This woman was trying to do a good deed, as you guys saw at the beginning there, by getting the wildcat population under control there. And the Wetumpka police arrived on the scene with backup and notified her that she was trespassing. Again, we saw that body cam footage. The police returned later, and then they found her friend Beverly Roberts, and that's who they were tossing in the back because she was upset at them talking all that garbage to her. Which, by the way, he pointed out, you're too old to be acting like this. Is he not too old to be acting like this, arresting old ladies? Because then you told her this is gonna get ugly, you're gonna stop it. Because that's when the switch turns for many of these cops. It's how dare you respect me? Don't disrespect me. I'm here to control you. How dare you push back? There's more. Mary Alston, the first woman there, then asks him if it's public property, and both officers tell her it's city property. She then says, then this makes it public property. So the officer in charge chimes in and says, and the city does not want anybody feeding the animals around here because they are becoming a nuisance. Again, they seem to be working towards the same goal, except for this part when they were found guilty of these charges of trespassing, I think. On Tuesday, the 13th of December of this year, Wetumpka Municipal Judge Jeff Courtney found Mary Alston guilty of criminal trespassing and interfering with governmental operations. And also the older lady, Beverly Roberts, was found guilty of criminal trespassing and disorderly conduct, as you saw there. And the AP reported that both women were sentenced to 2 years of unsupervised probation and 10 days in jail. But the jail sentence was suspended, so no jail time will be served, and both were fined $100, including some court costs. Emilio, our producer, is a big cat person. He's been feeding cats. I'm not sure if they're coming for him next. What's your thoughts, Jess?
They're like, hey, don't steal the stray cats. They're a nuisance, but there are nuisance, damn it. That's all to worry about.
I'm just trapping cats.
Okay, I looked at the police budget for this particular tiny town in Alabama. $3.2 million. Are those dollars going to good use in this situation? That's all I have to say about this whole thing. Do we think the police are putting that money to good use? Because I certainly don't.
Well, I mean, they could at least have some cars that they're putting old ladies in the back of that they can fit in. Do you see how tight that space was? Again, was it 3.2 million is their budget?
They can afford bigger cars.
They might have a couple of tanks. They probably have some like armored gear to come up on the riot situations that never happen in Wetumpka, unless I'm
bet they do, Jayar.
Probably gonna get there. But yeah, old lady's thrown in jail because a disrespect happened and you're not listening to what they're saying. And if you tell them, hey, we're gonna figure this out, we'll take care of it later, maybe take 3 to 4 times, keep coming back and talk to them if you're forced to. But then the arrest has to happen because they hadn't done it in a while.
I want the grannies to run the department.
Wouldn't it be much calmer?